Once I stopped making these 5 mistakes as a new realtor, I was able to catapult my business to success and become a 6-figure part-time realtor and then go full-time after that. But I basically took a whole year of making a bunch of these mistakes that really stopped my business from growing for that amount of time. So I'm hoping by watching this video, you'll be able to jump past these 5 mistakes, not make these same ones, and grow your business faster than what I did. If we haven't met before, welcome to my channel. I'm Charlie Cameron. I'm a realtor, investor, and team leader at eXp Realty with the goal of helping thousands of real estate agents create massive financial success, take control of their businesses, and create a high-quality freedom lifestyle through real estate. Let's talk about my 5 mistakes I made learning as a new realtor for almost an entire year that hopefully you can avoid now by watching this video. So the first mistake I made is I wasn't intentionally and consistently lead generating for clients for basically an entire year. You're thinking, oh, what an idiot. Of course you got to lead generate, you bonzo. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. But here's the thing. I thought I was lead generating. Does this sound familiar? I was talking to people I know. I was giving them business cards. I was leaving them in different places. I was reaching out to my sphere. I was posting very lightly and inconsistently on social media. I created a Facebook business page I absolutely never used. Right? I thought I was doing all these little things to help lead generate when really it actually took a lot more to do that, right? Talking to your sphere is great and you need to be doing that, but it's not a real repeatable lead generation technique that you can scale deliberately, repeatedly, and consistently. So part of my problem was I was part-time and I realized that kind of too late that I wasn't actually focusing. I didn't use leverage to help me free up time or accomplish a lead generation in spite of my busy schedule. So a lot of new agents, make sure you watch that. The one thing nobody tells new realtors, because the lead generation thing is so important, and nobody ever tells you that the brokerage isn't really what gives you the leads. So that video goes into a lot more detail about that and why it matters. Now, the second thing on the note of leverage is that I wasn't using leverage. I was doing every single thing myself, down to the last little paperwork, signature, this, that, the other, the lead generation, everything was on my plate, which could be possible and you could be successful at it if you didn't also have a 40, 50-hour a week full-time job in the military and a family and a working spouse, right? You put all those things together, it was very hard for me. And honestly, it's hard for a lot of agents to scale if they're stuck in the minutia of uploading contracts and sending out this, that, and the other paperwork and doing all these small little things that may kind of distract you from the things you should be doing, like lead generation or serving your current clients, right? So I actually learned once I had 4 properties in escrow at once, and I was pulling my hair out, losing my mind, and then I hired a transaction coordinator, and everything changed. All of a sudden, they're setting up the inspections and they're uploading my paperwork and they're sending out the other things that still need signatures. And they're handling all these small things for me so I could focus on the big things. And then I hired an assistant to help me grow my social media lead generation. With those 2 things, for me, everything changed. I went from a handful of deals to 6 figures in year 2. So check out my 6 figures part-time video. I think you'll find that pretty interesting on how I was able to do that. But using leverage was absolutely life-changing so that I could focus my time or leverage other people's time on the 2 things I needed to be doing, which was focusing on my clients and generating leads. Now, the third mistake I made is I did not understand the importance of having the right partners on your team. That's your lenders, your title, your inspectors. They make all the difference between the world's smoothest, stress-free transaction that your clients love you for to the literal transaction from hell. And guess what happens with your client and all parties on that transaction in the transaction from hell? Let's just say you won't be getting many referrals from that client, and that realtor will remember you for all the wrong reasons. It's so important to have the right lender, the right title, and the right inspector. If you do that, you will serve your clients best and your transaction will go very well. The title agency knows what they're doing. They're a step ahead. They're not like, I don't know how many title agencies I've worked with initially where this was the case, where they like, oh shoot, closing's Friday? Like, what do you mean you don't know when closing is? It's been this way for 40 plus days. It's just absolutely insane working with and lenders that aren't real motivated as well. A lot of big companies, they're not really ahead of the curve. They're not working ahead and helping your clients get through it. So you've got to always be reactive instead of the lenders who are proactive and working that behind the scenes for you. If I choose the right lender, the right inspector, and the right title, that transaction is almost on autopilot until closing from once we're under contract. It's absolutely amazing. You put that transaction coordinator in there too, and you're golden, right? You can focus on the very important stuff in that transaction and everything else takes care of itself. Game changer, guys, game changer. Now, the fourth mistake I made was not coaching my clients. What I mean by this is they don't always know as much about real estate as you. And that may be obvious, but you might think that your lender is going to be coaching them on certain things when you can actually step in and help with that. You might think that they know alternatives to achieve their goals of, getting the right property or the right size property or the right finish or whatever it may be. You're the one that actually has that knowledge and different ways you can be creative to achieve their goals. What about being more competitive? They may not know about all the options you have to be more competitive and help them win in a competitive environment. They may not understand the things that are actually important on an inspection report and the things that really aren't that important from a home inspection, right? You have to coach them on these things. If you assume that they know all these things, well, you know about what they say about those who assume, right? You actually have to coach them through all these things. And if you do the other things I told you to leverage and have the right partners and stuff, you will have the actual time to coach them through these things and help them get through that inspection report and help them address the things that matter when they matter in the whole buying process. You might even need to coach them on interest rates right now, different loan options. ARMs are coming back now. If you get the skill and the knowledge to coach your clients, you will be golden and you will create raving fans out of your clients. And the fifth mistake I made, please listen up. This is so, so, so important. You have to lead with confidence. I frankly acted like a newbie. I acted like, clients were still leads. I didn't lead my client team, right? When you partner up with a client, you're a team now, okay? We're all trying to achieve the same goal. We're trying to get them in a house. We're trying to get them out of a house, right? You have to lead the team with confidence. You're in charge. You're the leader. You're steering the ship. Once I started treating every lead like they're already clients, right? Treating them as bros or broettes, right? I was treating them as clients, setting them up with searches, linking them up with pre-quals and lenders. Even before we hung up the phone, I started converting more clients. Once I started leading my clients with confidence as the market expert, despite still learning, right? I was still learning things along the way. All of a sudden, my transactions started going far smoother. If you have an air of confidence about you, so will your clients. So will the leads, right? If you don't act as if you're confident about your abilities and being able to close transactions and do things smoothly, they won't have the confidence that you will either. I had to get fired by a buyer before I really took this lesson to heart. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Please, if you have any questions about mistakes I made or how I can help you achieve your goals and not make the same mistakes, please comment below. Go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm going to have a lot more content on avoiding the same mistakes, but tips, tricks, lead generation, how to succeed as a new agent. I know you can really get a lot from this channel and benefit from it. And if you'd like to consider eXp Realty with the Lion League team as the place you hang your license, schedule a discovery call at the link below. We'll gladly show you the model, why it's the fastest growing brokerage, why it's an excellent place for newbies, part-timers especially, and we'll show you the dozens of exclusive benefits and resources our team provides, like coaching and masterminds and courses, to see if that's the right fit for you. Anyway, I'll see you next time.